Don't leave your litter. I mean, don't, leave a camp. Just blows my mind. It's July 10th, I think. I think it's the 10th. It might be the 11th. Angie and I have been in this campsite for just over a week. And, we'll be up here through the weekend. Interestingly enough, this morning, we awoke to several vehicles that pulled into this area. They parked right here. And they began walking around the campground area, which, of course, I've got Jeremy here behind me. One of Jeremy's children's right next to them. Of course, our daughter Shaylee is back over there in her new Jayco, which I've had some issues with. And anyway, so I've had to fix a couple of things on that. Just part and partial to the trailer life, and then of course, our fireplace is over there. So, anyways, these individuals pulled in this morning and then started looking around, and I walked out and I said, my name is Sean, and you're more than welcome to join us. And they did. Set up right there behind us. So, interestingly enough, another channel just earlier this week posted a video about etiquette in the national forests, and I made a comment on it, and they coined the phrase spoondocking, which I had never heard before, but apparently, according to MJ, it was coined by Tom and Lori, who, Angie and I have followed Tom and Lori for several years. I really like their channel. And this is kind of a first for us, though. I mean, we've been camping up here my whole life, and I've never had somebody just kind of pull in and move in on us before. And I sat and thought about that for a minute. It was just so interesting having seen that video from Mike and MJ about spoondocking, and then quite literally 2 days later have a family move in on us. And I guess the thing to remember for me is that this is public land, and even though we've been camping here for a week, it doesn't belong to us, and it belongs to everybody. So this may be a little bit controversial, and I certainly understand the idea that you've got a camp spot and you don't want somebody else coming in and moving in on you. And they're not right next to our trailers. They've just kind of embedded themselves within our family's area. And last weekend we had quite a number of more trailers in here. Maybe it wouldn't have happened. This is a bigger area. It looks pretty open. And anyways, I welcome them, and I guess maybe we'll get to know each other a little bit better. They've all left today. They got their tents set up and they left. I'm assuming they went over to Bear Lake because they had kayaks and whatnot in their vehicles. I'm not sure how long they're going to be, but just a little odd, a little something to realize that as our population increases and our public lands get more people utilizing them, that I guess sometimes we have to take a second look at our own. We have to take a look at our own value system and realize that we have to be open to share. We have to all have a right to utilize these public lands. The canyon is very busy. I mean, I've been up and down the road. It's a Saturday, of course, and most of the campgrounds, most of the dispersed campsites are full of people. And this is a bigger area, and I hope they enjoy themselves, and maybe we'll make some new friends. Anyways, I just thought I'd showcase that because of the timing of everything with it. It just seemed kind of crazy to me. But anyways, just musings from an old fart, I guess. Good morning, everybody. So, as a part 2 of my discussion about our situation where we had some people move right in on our campsite. It's not our campsite. I mean, it's public land. I get it. Again, spoondocking. There was quite a crowd of them. I would say that there was probably 3 families. They were in 2 vehicles. And like I said, you know, after some thought, I just said, welcome. And overall, I mean, it certainly wasn't a bad experience having those people right here. It was kind of funny. Angie's parents showed up yesterday afternoon, and when they pulled in, they're like, who are the people? And we're like, they're new friends. But anyways, so yesterday evening, they all packed up and left, and that's all fine. And I got out last night, and I am going to take care of this, but honestly, this just blew my mind. So I walked back up here into the area where they were camped, and as you can see, you know, we're right there, and just here to the west of us, they used this fire pit during their stay here, and look what they've left. You know, there's cardboard and garbage, and I don't know if those were brand new. There's a couple of inflatable air mattresses, and you know, they were intense. So it just, to me, I'm like, really? You're just gonna leave your garbage here for the next person, which unfortunately seems to be more and more common as well. So I guess you know, Angie and I we'll take care of that, just like everything else. It's just, I don't know what goes through people's minds. I'm pretty sure that they had an enjoyable time. Oh, and a soccer ball. When I walked out, they also left a soccer ball, which is funny because earlier, I guess the day before, one of the kids was underneath our trailer retrieving their soccer ball, and Angie, you know, was like, "What are you doing?" And, "Oh, I'm getting my soccer ball," and that was fine. But then they left it. I found it, you know, in the trees as well. And so this is just a little bit different angle. You know, we've been parked here for over a week. Those people that moved in, they actually parked right next to my truck. And then there's the garbage that they left. And they had set up tents, you know, back in that area. The funny thing is, at first, I believe they actually were going to set up in this area where Amber and Tyler had been the weekend before. But they ended up giving us a little bit of privacy. They weren't right next to us, although they used that fire pit when they were here, and obviously that's where they stacked their what they didn't want to take home with them. It's crazy. All right, well, I've gathered up those air mattresses and thrown that big cardboard box in the back of the truck, and this is the soccer ball I was referring to. So I guess we'll just take that stuff home and dispose of it. Just crazy. So what do you think, everybody? How would you have handled this situation? You know, I invite them to stay within our campsite area, trying to be friendly with them, and like you said, that turned out fine. But then they leave a big pile of garbage, knowing that we're right here. So do you think they expect that we were going to take care of it? I mean, obviously somebody has to take care of it. This is our national forest. It's not a landfill. And I just don't know what goes through people's minds when they think that it's okay just to leave their crap. I mean, somebody's going to have to take care of it. Why wouldn't they be responsible enough to take care of it themselves? You know, I'm 52 years old, and I remember growing up that litter was kind of an issue in this country for some time. And I don't know about you, maybe this will ring a bell with some of you folks, but what keeps going through my mind is a commercial that I remember seeing when I was younger of a chief sitting on a horse overlooking an area of our public lands that was crying as a tear went down his face because of the way the people were taking care of the land. Maybe I can find a piece of that and insert it. I don't know. Again, musings from an old fart. I just think that it's sad, and I don't know how we respond to this. Do we need those commercials again? I mean, there's certainly a lot of billboards out there, pack it in and pack it out. And why is it that there just seems to be a group of people that don't feel like they need to abide by that? I was always taught to be a steward of the land, and apparently there's a disconnect somewhere where there's a bunch of people that haven't, and that's just sad. And other than trying to, well, I wish I would have caught that before. I wish I would have noticed that I guess when they were leaving that garbage was there, I could have had some kind of a conversation with them. Who knows how that conversation would have been other than me telling them, pack it in and pack it out. Sad. All right, well, I'm just going to throw this one out there. Just part of the experience of being out and about and dealing with some of the people that we deal with in this life. And I guess what I'm asking is that for those of us that do enjoy these public lands, to please be a steward of nature and clean up after yourselves. And I'm probably speaking to the choir, just like I told MJ. The people that really need to hear this aren't the ones that are going to be watching this. Anyways, all right, everybody. Well, I don't even know what to say about liking the video. I mean, this is kind of almost a depressing video in and of itself. But, leave a comment below. Share your thoughts with me, and I'll see you next time. And I'm not exactly sure if this video is going to fall in order. I mean, I've got a bunch of different videos in the works right now. And maybe I'll just release this one. It's going to kind of be out of order for the rest of them. But everybody take care. Be safe in this crazy times. And we'll see you down the road.